So we're continuing our January theme of oneness. And today's message, as Chris has shared, is strength lies in unity. So Ernest Holmes defines unity as the oneness of God and man. The word unity signifies the union of parts, a result of many drawn together into one perfect, harmonious whole. So think about that field, right, that Chris had us in the meditation. We became one harmonious whole, oneness, one life of which we are a part, one intelligence which we use, one substance which is brought into many-fold manifestations. So strength lies in unity. So is there unity in our thoughts? Is there unity with our words? Is there unity with our feelings? Is there unity with who we are being and what we are doing in the world? Ernest said, unity is the oneness of God and man, or we could say oneness is the unity of God and each and every one of us. And we could bring that back to our quality, right? Do you have unity with your quality that you are committed to embodying and expressing more fully this year? You will know if you are by what you are doing. Ernest said in the Science of Mind text, each one should realize there is nothing in them which denies that which they desire. Our unity with good is not established while there is anything in us which denies it. People often say, how shall I know when I know? How should I know when I know? The fact that one can ask this proves they do not know. For when they know that they know, they can prove their knowing by their doing. So is there anything within you that denies your unity with your good? Are there limiting beliefs? Are there things that you are just holding in unforgiveness? Are there fears that you're holding? Anything that is in the way of your good? Anything that is established within us that denies our good? We need to shoo it away. Shh, get out of here. Go, right? And we have the tools and the means to do that. So what gets in the way of your love? What gets in the way of harmony in your life? What gets in the way of oneness? What gets in the way of you being and accepting and loving yourself just as you are? Our companion book for January is Strength in What Remains by Tracy Kidder. And I highly, highly recommend this book. It's a true story based on a man named Dio Gracias. And it's his story of surviving a civil war and genocide in his country, Burundi, which is in East Central Africa. And it tells the story of him escaping and coming to America and all of the people who helped him along the way. And as I'm reading the book, it's such in alignment with what Ernest Holmes is speaking about. When he knows that he knows, he can prove his knowing by doing. And this book is an example of someone knowing that they know, someone knowing their oneness, someone knowing the truth of who they are, regardless of the circumstances. So I just want to share a little bit with you from the book as further illustration. So Dio travels from Burundi. He only speaks French. He thinks he's in America. He really is in Ireland. which is a whole thing. He gets back on a plane and makes his way to America, to New York City, no less. So he gets to customs, and the custom agents only speak English, right? So this is back in 1994. They only speak English. They're asking him all these questions, and Dio is just standing there smiling at them. Like, he's out there asking a question. He's just like, right? And so finally, one of the agents goes and gets someone that speaks French. And the person that they get is Muhammad. So Muhammad says something in English to the agents, and his words must have been the right ones, because after a few more questions, the agents shrugged at each other and let Dio through into America. Dio had no idea what to do next. After 6 months on the run, he was in the habit of not looking ahead. God had taken care of him so far and still was taking care of him. As this stocky and serious-looking stranger, Muhammad, walked him out of customs, he said that Dio, who had no place to stay, he had $200 in his pocket that someone gave to him, and he had no place to stay. And this man, Muhammad, says to him, "You can stay with me. You can stay with me." So Muhammad told Dio, "But you're going to have to wait 3 hours because I don't get off work for another 3 hours." And Dio was like, that's fine with him, right? Just as grateful as he can be, right? That is a demonstration of Ubuntu. That is a demonstration of unity. And that is a demonstration of Dio's quality. And I'm guessing that Dio's qualities are faith, trust, gratitude, what else? And unity. And I am guessing, based on what Dio is doing, that he knows. He knows trust. He knows faith. He knows gratitude. He knows unity by what he is doing, right? So his thinking, what he's speaking, how he is being in the world is all in alignment. It's all unified by what he is doing. So our unity with good is not established while there is anything in us which denies it. So when we go within, we're checking in. What is it that I am denying about my good? What is it that I am denying about the quality of harmony, right? And that's what we get to heal. That's what we get to heal. Not ignore it, not wish it away, but to address it head on with love. With love. By shifting our perspectives. What if Dio landed in Ireland and someone told him, "You're not in America"? And it just so happened a woman who spoke French happened to be walking by when he was having this interaction with the police in Ireland, and they didn't speak French. And this woman just happened to be walking by who spoke French, who spoke to him and said, "Boo, in America, you're in Ireland, but I'm going to America. Follow me. We'll get you on this flight and we'll get you to America." Right? How many of us would say, "Oh, Lord, look what happened to me. Nothing ever goes right. What am I going to do? I guess I should go back home." And many of us would get on the phone and tell the story to whomever would answer the telephone. What had happened was, right? Come on now, y'all. Y'all know we do this. Right? Yes, we do this. but it is an opportunity, right? Life is speaking to us. Life is always speaking to us. Trust me. Know me. Follow me. I am clearing a path for you. Know that you are not alone in this. And something within Dio knew this. Something within us knows this. But we have to tap into it. We have to align with it again, right? And meditation and silence, our spiritual practices, are a supreme way of doing so. So we often think of unity as something that people are with each other, right? Or we think of unity between countries. But I have to say, as I was thinking about strength lies in unity, I did think about the world, right? The world being more unified and in the spirit of unity. But we sing that song, "Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me," right? So we know for there to be peace on earth, that we must be peace. And if each and every person is peace, if each and every person is peace, then there would be peace on earth. So we could sing the song, "Let there be unity on earth and let it begin with me." And so if each and every one of us was unified with each other within ourselves, there would be unity on earth expressed, right? And we would definitely have a world that worked for everyone. But it starts here. It starts with each and every one of us. It starts with us as we walk down the street and we see someone in need, that we go and we see if we can help them. It starts with the little things. It starts with just seeing each other. How good did it feel to say, "We see you, we know you, we love you"? That feels so good. And yet there are people in this world that has never been spoken to. I had to stop myself the other day when I go to my aunt's house. There's a certain street and there are a lot of unhoused people on this particular block. And there's one guy that I see all the time, and he goes to every single window. He goes up to every single car, and he stands at the window, and he just holds out his hand. That's all. He doesn't say anything. He only holds out his hand. And for a long time, when I would see him coming, I would go, "Oh God, please let the light change." Right? And so a couple of years ago, and this has been years that this man has been out here on the street. So maybe, I don't know, a couple of months of that, this is a couple of years ago, I saw him and I had gone to the grocery store for my aunt. And so I had some food in the car and I see him coming and he gets to the window and he only has his hands out. And I put the window down and I asked him, did he want some food? And he said, "Yes, please." So I went in the bag. I think I had some cereal bars or something, and I gave him the whole box. Do you know what this man did? Oh, I could almost cry. He opened the box, he took one and gave the rest of the box back to me. I said, "No, you can have the whole box." He said, "No, this is all that I need." That is unity. That is oneness. He has Ubuntu. He may not have someplace to live because we live in a world that doesn't see, right? So it's just the little things that unify us. And so since that time, when I see him, and it's usually like once a week I see him now, his name is Charlie. He knows I'm Melissa. And if I have something, I will give it to him. And sometimes I'll just bring something and I'll give it to him. And I'll tell you, sometimes he doesn't take it. He's like, I'm okay today. So he's looking for connection, amongst other things, of course, but he's also looking for connection. So this is what we get to be for each other when we say, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Strength lies in unity. Strength lies in unity. So are you unified with who you truly are? We were made for each other. We were made to be in relationship with each other. We were meant to relate with each other. Whew. So is there alignment with unity in what you think and what you say and what you do and how you are being in the world and with each other? There's a verse in Psalms that says, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Are your words, is your heart acceptable in the sight of love? Only you know. Only you know. So today is an opportunity for us to know that we know by what we are doing, by being the presence of unity in the world. Are you unified with the one mind that is love? Are you unified with the goodness that you are made as? Are you unified with the oneness of your quality? What are you unified with? And you know what that is by what you do. You might say one thing, but look at what we're doing, right? This country says, and liberty and justice for all. But what are we doing? Right? So we who know have the opportunity to send out that ripple effect, right? That vibration of love everywhere, everywhere. In the movie theater, at work, with our clients, in the grocery store, when we're driving, at a red light, everywhere, all the time. But it starts with being unified with yourself. So let us not deny who we are. Ernest said, what about denial? Our unity with good is not established while there is anything in us which denies us. Let us stop denying our good. by withholding our good from ourselves. Yes. So, strength lies in unity. What do you know that you know? And we have, each of us have declared what we know when we chose our quality. So I want to close this with a treatment that Ernest Holmes shares in the Science of Mind text about unity. So if you take a breath with me, just go within and just set an intention for your week with your quality, with your doing this week as your quality, expressing itself more fully, embodying it totally. God in me is unified with God in all. This one is now drawing into my life all love and fellowship. I am one with all people, with all things, with all life. As I listen in the silence, the voice of all humanity speaks to me and answers the love that I hold out to it. The great love which I now feel for the world is the love of God, and it is felt by all and comes back to me from all. I understand all people, and this understanding is reflected back to me from all people. I give friendship, and therefore I have friends. I help, therefore I am helped. I uplift, therefore I am uplifted. I am now surrounded by all love, all friendship, all companionship, all health, all happiness, all success, all transformation, all harmony, all peace, all love, all clarity, all compassion, all authenticity, all being my true self, all hope, all joy, all patience, all peacefulness, all gratitude, all abundance, all confidence, all infinite sacred love, all acceptance, all surrender, all structure, all soar, and all consistency, all light. I am surrounded by it all, and I am one with life. I wait in the silence with the Great Spirit, and it bears this message to the whole world. And we know this together by saying, and so it is.